Hey guys, it's Rich with day number 16 of your 40-day empowerment journey. Lesson 16 is be thankful for the times you had. When it's ended too soon, do not become bitter or sad. Be someone fun to be around. Radiate joy and turn someone's frown upside down. Though you can't take away the piercing pain, when a hole in your heart where someone else's remains. By momentarily setting aside your own grief, you can make a difference and bring another relief. For me, lesson 14, 15, and 16 so far are less about the introspective. We've worked on the inner aspects of ourselves, and now it's time to branch out and take action with others around us, whether it's through volunteer activities or simply being there for somebody, or in this case, being there for somebody during a time of extreme grief. In 2014, whenever this poem was composed, I actually was going through a lot of grief. A close friend of mine, who I've shared in previous videos, died in 2014, and I went down to preside over the funeral. And even though it hit me like a ton of bricks whenever I got down there and I actually saw the remains, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I didn't think I was going to be that overly emotional, even though she was a dear friend. I've always been fairly well with death in general. I've done honor guard and stuff like that. So I went down more for the family, who considers me family and I consider them family. But I found myself in the sea of emotions, and being somewhat empathic, I felt all of their emotions, and it tore me up inside. Dealing with their emotions and mine, it was not an easy thing for me to do. But this verse speaks to me now as much as it would have then if she would have had it written then, about being there for others, being that little glimmer of hope, being the joy in their life, the reason for them to go on, being somebody for them to lean on, even if it's only for a couple days or a week. It's about putting your own emotions aside to be there for somebody else in their time of need as well as yours. And this also goes back to the energy exchanges that we do with one another. Whenever we give somebody that joy, that little glimmer of hope that tomorrow will get a little bit better, and then the next day, and then the next day. And we show them that they have more to look forward to than what's present in front of them. Whenever we give that to them, we also see it for ourselves, and it acts as a constant reminder to us of the hope and the joy in life, as we are reminded of the turning of the wheel into death. Always being thankful for the times that we've had with the departed. Also be thankful for the times that we have here and now with living. Now more than ever, especially with the empowerment journey, be close to the ones and be in the moment when you are with them, taking in the experience with them, being in that moment of pure grief as well as the moments of pure joy, being the joy in their life, bringing that little ray of sunshine, I guess you would say, into their life. This is also a time whenever you can sit around and share the fun stories with the people that are grieving. It's a time of sitting around reminiscing. It's a time of just reminding them that there is joy in the memories that have been shared, and also realizing in your own grief not to become bitter or sad. Of course, you need to go through the grieving process yourself, and I would never tell anybody to deny the grieving process or not to work through it. But in times whenever you are more on the outside looking in, when you are not the immediate family, yes, you have grief to work through, and nobody will deny you that. However, if you're called to be with the family in that moment, to be in the inner sanctum of the family that is going through these horrendous emotions, to be with them and be the bringer of joy into their life, and not to let your own emotions show through too much. I definitely don't want to give the impression of being cold-hearted and non-emotional throughout the entire time. Definitely feel your emotions and go ahead and cry with them if that is something that needs to happen. But also remember that whenever you're helping somebody through that grieving process, to bring them joy as well, to help them remember the good times. Because us, as I think many of us watching this would classify ourselves as witches, again, we are the changers of the world. We bring change with everything that we do, with everything that we touch. And knowing that and embracing that charge that we are given to be changes in the world, that doesn't only happen with good stuff. That happens with the negative things too. Sometimes, like I said before, we just need to put on the hip waders and get right into the crap, wade through it, and change it. Helping those get through the devastating times as we get through the devastating times ourselves. Not forsaking our own emotions, but putting them in check long enough to get somebody else through it first. I don't know if I can speak any more on this without getting a little too emotional. This is it's a heavy subject. I really hate talking about this subject only because since 2014 it's hit very close to me. It's something that I do reflect on. And it's something that, yes, I do have regrets on, but I also see the joy in the things that I've done, the people I've interacted with, and the joys that they've brought into my own life that I will pass on to others in order to be that change in the world, whether it be on my behalf or on their behalf. So that's about all I can share today for day number 16. In the bottom bar, as usual, you will see the verse of the poem that we are working with today, and a link to the poem in its entirety, along with some of Chell's other work in the link below. And yeah, I think that's about it. I will not be with you guys tomorrow. It is Sunday, so for the 40-day empowerment journey, I'm taking off Sundays. And I will be back with you on Monday with day 17. So until then, have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.